Hi guys, we do not have a long video to watch this week because we're summarizing. We're not really learning anything new. I want to look at the three forms that we learned in class. Okay, the three forms of a quadratic. We learned vertex form first, which was nice, right? We can see the vertex right here. Standard form, we can't see the vertex, but we see the y-intercept. Intercept form, we don't see the vertex, but we see the x-intercepts. So there's good and bad to every form. Okay, now we're going to put them together a little bit. So think about this. How can you tell if the vertex is going to be a max or a min using each form? What tells us whether or not the vertex is a max or a min? Think about that. What tells us if it's a max or a min is which way it opens, correct? If it opens up, then our vertex is going to be a min. If it opens down, then our vertex is going to be a max. So what in each form tells us which way the graph is going to open? I think I heard you say it, even through the computer. This is one of the things that we can tell that the same way with every form, which is so cool. And we can tell that the same way with every form. We look at A, okay? If A is bigger than 0, if A is bigger than 0, if A is positive, then we have a graph that's opening up, so we have a min. If A is negative, if A is less than 0, no matter what form, if A is less than 0, then our parabola is opening down, and we end up having a max. Okay, the y-coordinate of our vertex will be the highest value of any other y-coordinate. Which form shows you the location of the y-intercept the quickest? Think about that while I erase. Which one of these shows you the y-intercept the quickest? Okay, in other words, I put 0 in for x, and I get something for y. Okay, that would be standard form, right? In standard form, if I put 0 in for x, I see that these two terms cancel out, and I just have c. So standard form, I see right away, I can see the y-intercept. It's this number, c. Which form shows you the location of the highest or lowest point the quickest? Well, we just sort of talked about that. The highest and the lowest point, in other words, occurs at the vertex. So we're basically asking which form shows you the vertex the quickest. The name kind of gives it away, doesn't it? Vertex, vertex form. So as soon as I look at this, I say, oh, the vertex is at HK. I can see the vertex. The only thing we mess up every once in a while is putting the wrong sign with this, okay? It's positive H, positive K. If this would be a plus, then it would be negative H, positive K, all right? The horizontal shift, the way we shift left and right is kind of the opposite of what we think here, but we saw that with absolute value graphs as well. So vertex form, and which form shows you where the graph crosses the x-axis the quickest? Well, we've kind of narrowed it down, huh? Intercept form. The intercept form, I know that where I'm going to cross the x-axis, the horizontal axis, is at P0 and at Q0. All right? Now, if this would be a plus here, then it would be at negative P0 and negative Q0. Okay? All right, 3 truths and a lie. Let's look at this for a sec. y equals this. Does that have a vertex at 3, -5? Y equals -3, x minus 5x plus 7. Does that have the x-intercepts at -5, 0 and 7, 0? Here's something in standard form. Does that have a y-intercept of 0, 7? And our last thing, y equals x plus 7 times x plus 3. Does that have an axis of symmetry at x equals -5? Think about which one is the lie up here. The only one I really have to figure out, I think, is this one, right? The vertex always happens halfway between my x-intercepts, and my x-intercepts here are -7 and -3. So I add them together and divide by 2. Oh, I do get -5. So the axis of symmetry is x equals -5. So I gave you a clue. It's one of these. Okay, the lie, what is it, gang? Right here. The x-intercepts are 5, 0 and -7, 0. Okay, remember in intercept form, the minus is already part of the equation. Same thing here, but this was a 3, but this was a -5. You have to be careful with those sign things, okay? All right, so what I want you to do this week, gang, start working. I already handed out, my B students already got this, the matching activity. Okay, you don't have to cut it out or anything. I just want you to start matching and writing, like I did number A here for you. Here's the standard form. Which graph does it match with? All you have to do is write that. You don't have to cut it out. And just on the graph, right here, let me show you. Instead of, here we go. This matching activity that I gave you. All right, wherever you think letter A, whatever graph matches with that. Let's see. I'm trying to show you this. Whichever graph matches with that. Like if you think letter A, that standard form goes with this graph, write a big A here. Okay? I also need you to write it in the other forms. Here it is in standard form. Write it in intercept form in the second one. And as you can see, vertex form on the third line. So you need to write every equation in the other forms, and you need to match it with its graph. Okay? You have that at home. Go ahead and start working on that. We'll finish it up in class. The other thing I want you to work on is the extended thinking project. I gave that to you in class as well. Okay? It's self-explanatory. Okay? I just want you to answer these questions. It kind of makes you think above and beyond. All right? Y equals x squared minus 6x plus 8 matches graph. I don't know, maybe you think it's R, because I need to see a reason. Okay? So your tasks this week were to watch the video, which you're watching right now, and to do those 2 assignments that I already have given you. Bring it to class on Thursday. Okay? Bring it to class Thursday. We're going to be working on it together, and we have a couple other activities. Okay? All right. Have a great week, and I will see you when I see you in class. Let's see if I can turn off the recording. I can't find it.